Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Haochen. I think your English name is Ethan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm very happy to be able to connect with Ethan virtually and have a chat. So Ethan, would you like to quickly introduce yourself, please?
So I'm Ethan or Haochen Wu. I'm 13 years old and I play the piano. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So Ethan, what was the experience like for you at this year's competition?
Oh, I really thought this competition was a good experience for me, to sort of practice performance experience and to perform in front of a entire audience, whether virtually or live. It's basically the same thing. You still get those nerves racking in your body, and you have to sort of eat away that fear, and that's something that is quite hard to do for me. So I will need to really practice that and to get better at these sort of things. But I thought this competition was really good. Yeah, it was a very good experience, I thought.
Fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. First of all, congratulations on winning a first prize in your age group.
Yeah, thanks.
Fantastic achievement. You mentioned that you were really nervous in the recording process.
Yeah.
Did it take you, how many days did it take you? Over a long period of time, or did you sort of just concentrated on a few days to just get this done?
It took a little over 2 to 3 weeks, yeah, to get this whole process sorted. Because it doesn't sort of just take 3 days for a good recording to come out. It's sort of, you need to sort of advance every level, and like once you finish a recording that you think is good, there will be always a certain like point in time where you think it can be improved. So it just keeps on getting better and better, and
Yeah.
so it doesn't take too short of a time.
Yeah. So when you are not taking part in competitions or exams, do you sometimes also record yourself just as a way to sort of monitor your progress?
Yeah, because when you're playing the piano, the sound sonority is different to an audience listening to it. So if you record it with like a phone or a microphone, you can sort of listen out even more carefully for nuances that you don't realize when you're playing. So that could sort of refine the performance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great because I find that recording myself or my students, I think that's a really good way to find out, as you say, the little details that you perhaps won't notice when you're just playing your instrument.
Yeah.
It's a very useful tool. You're living in London, attending Westminster School, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure you have a busy academic schedule, a lot of things to do, a lot of activities. So what's your sort of music schedule like? How much time do you get to spend on your piano?
So it normally depends on how much homework I have, and that like directly influences the amount of time I have to practice. But sometimes I can, so in the afternoon, when I come back from school, in the evening I can do about 2 to 3 hours of piano and cello, and sometimes in the morning time. So I arrive a bit early, before lesson starts, so I can go to the music department to get some more practice done. Yeah.
Mm.
So basically, that's my schedule for weekdays.
And on weekends, you probably get a little bit more practice.
Yeah, so Westminster School has Saturday morning lessons. So and on the Saturday afternoons I go to the academy. So it's normally on Sunday that I get the most sort of productive time to just sit on the piano and just play. So yeah.
So in your practice, say, let's say if you get 2 hours today to
Mhm.
practice, how would you normally split your time between the tasks?
So occasionally, if my fingers are a bit sort of stiff, I do some like warm up exercises. So like thumb exercises or like bit of like scales or passages. And then that would take like 5 to 10 minutes. And then I would work on my pieces. And it depends on the practice time how many pieces I play. But then if it's just 2 hours, I would say just two pieces and plus some like new pieces that I've been working on myself. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, great. So at the academy, so do you get your one-to-one lessons at the academy as well, or do you do it at school? You do it
I
at
do it at the academy. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you introduce to us a little bit about the junior program at the academy? I mean, so when we say academy, we mean the Royal Academy of Music's junior
Yeah.
departments. Can you tell us your afternoon, sort of what's the timeline like?
So I leave school around 12:30, and from Westminster it takes around like let's say 30 minutes to get to the academy. So from Westminster to Marylebone, and uh, I take the tube. And once I get to the academy, I have a quick lunch and go to my afternoon lessons. So they normally compose of like musicianship, so general musicianship, where you talk about composers in general and how they make music and theory, oral, like all of that sort of musicianship practice, sight reading as well. And for me, there's a conducting class after lunch, and in conducting, you learn about how to sort of manage a whole orchestra, and that's like very difficult to be honest. Like I thought conducting was actually not like really hard, but then once I realized that the conductor was basically the most important person in the whole orchestra, because he has literally over 100 people under his command, and every small mistake he makes is basically made bigger by the whole orchestra. And if you mess up, you just mess up, so you can't really get it back because there's too many people. So I thought this was a really good thing for musicians to like get to know like how the conducting orchestra works. And after conducting, there's specialized chamber music for your instrument. So my first instrument is the piano, and I do piano duets, like lots of things, piano duets, sometimes piano trios as well. And maybe for violinists, there will be violin and piano, or string trio, string quartet, etc. And then I have my two music lessons, so piano and cello, and basically that's it. Yeah.
That's a very busy Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the cello, did you start the cello a little bit later, a little bit after your piano?
Yeah. It was I started I think 2.5 years ago, sometime around that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. I see. Well, it's fantastic that you're learning multiple instruments.
Yeah.
I think it really broadens our views and the way we think, and also, as you mentioned, to learn different aspects of music, such as conducting. So you look at it
Hmm.
from a completely different angle. Yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else, apart from music, what else do you enjoy doing, whether it's at school or outside of school?
So on the sort of I also quite enjoy chess, playing chess, because it's a very tactical game,
Mm,
and you have to be thinking quite a lot about what your next move is going to be, and that sort of connects itself really well with music, as you have to be constantly aware of your sort of tone and your production. So I think it's a good parallel sort of thing. Yeah, I really enjoy chess. I think I look up to lots of famous chess players, and yeah, I enjoy that. And also on the sport aspect, I play table tennis and badminton. Same things, very parallel to music. You have to think about it a lot, and once you get into that sort of mood where you can basically just be sort of invincible and you can literally return anything, it's a really good experience as well. So I quite enjoy those two sports as hobbies. Yeah.
great. And I suppose in those sports, you also sometimes learn about partnerships, right? Teamwork when you're
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
doubles. And I think, as you mentioned, that at the academy, for example, you do piano duets or
Mm.
other form of chamber music, and maybe later on you will get into orchestras as well. I think these things all teach us a lot about working with other people and how to achieve the best result together.
Yeah, I mean, table tennis doubles is a bit hard, but then badminton doubles certainly you can do. lots of partnership, because table tennis, you have to move out of the way for the other person to come in and play. And if you don't have that sort of connection with the other person, you're just gonna like fall on the floor and collide with each other. That's not a good thing. So possibly more in badminton, you get to appreciate that sort of partnership, collaboration, and sort of reading each other's next moves, similar to piano duets. You can't just go on your own. You have to sort of look at the other person as well.
Yes.
And that's in all chamber music. You have to do that.
Yeah, it's very important to build the relationship. Yeah. So you are living in London, and even if I think your Saturday sounds really busy, but I think you're very lucky to be able to be a short distance away from the Royal Academy music, and you're able to enjoy a lot of things that London has to offer. So can you maybe tell like our audience, a lot of them don't live in London or even in the UK. Can you maybe tell us a few things that you really enjoy living and studying in London?
So yeah, it has really good weather, I would say. Like I mean, it's on the extremes. Sometimes you have like lightning storms and like rain and like ice cubes falling on your head. But then sometimes it's just blue sky and it's really fresh. The air is really good, and like the sun is also really good. So you can sort of enjoy that sort of feeling as well. And yeah, there's good sights as well. There's the London Eye, there's Big Ben, there's Westminster Cathedral, and there's like other stuff in the UK that you can do. So it's a really good place to live in, I think.
Yeah, I mean, people often joke about weather in England.
Yeah.
It does rain a lot, but I mean, all year round, it's really pretty, as you say.
Yes.
Amazing sceneries in London and also around London, the countrysides. And also, I think in terms of cultural and musical life, there's so much on offer.
Yes.
Especially if you're moving around sort of Westminster, where the academy is, where Kensington, etc. There's so many live performances, very high quality live performances,
yes,
exhibitions going on. I think extremely beneficial for young musicians, or I mean everybody, but especially for someone who's trying to learn. Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ethan, for your time, and congratulations again on winning a first prize in your age group. That's really amazing. I hope you feel very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
And hopefully after the pandemic is finally over, fingers crossed that it will be soon. I look forward to meeting you face to face and hearing your performance in person as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you so much, and enjoy your Sunday. I hope you can rest.
Yes. Thank you very much for the interview. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Great. I'll see you soon, Ethan.
Yes. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.